to episode 7 of John Eats Keto. I think I got a special one for you today. We're going to have keto sushi. What? Have you been missing sushi on the keto diet? Well, today we're going to substitute cauliflower rice for rice so that we can have a Philadelphia roll. I think you're going to love this recipe and you're going to be glad that you can have sushi again. All right, so let's go check out the video. All right, here we go. I'm going to cut up the cauliflower into a couple florets. You can use the whole head depending on how much sushi you want to make, but this is just going to show you how to make one roll. So cut up about 2 to 3. This is enough to make 2. I throw in the florets into a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, you can use a hand grater. Just takes longer and it's not as fine as it is when you do a food processor. Pulse a few times until it looks like rice. Don't pulse it too much because you don't want it to turn into mush. This is going to make it into a rice-like texture. Now I did forget one ingredient at the beginning. You're going to want to use some coconut oil, some olive oil. And we're about to saute the cauliflower rice. Get it a little bit soft. So I'm turning the heat on to about medium-low. And I let it heat up. I'm going to pour in all the cauliflower rice into the heated pan. And then once it's all put in there, you're going to just watch it closely. And you want to stir it. Try not to let the cauliflower burn on the bottom. You don't want to cook it for too long. I want to say about 5 to 7 minutes at the medium-low temperature. You cook it too long, then it gets mushy, and then it just doesn't taste the same. You want to have somewhat of a soft yet firm texture. There I'm pouring in 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I'm going to stir that into the cauliflower. And now I'm adding small chunks of cream cheese. And then I will stir that and combine it with the cauliflower rice. I turn the heat down a little bit more so that I don't burn the cauliflower and it again doesn't turn to mush. You mix that all together until the rice comes together. And here I'm going to add some, basically it's just flavor. You don't want to cook the sesame oil over the heat because it burns quickly. But this is just going to add some flavor and I stir that in. So I lay down a piece of plastic wrap over my cutting board. And that's going to act like the bamboo mat. Most of us don't have one, so the plastic wrap will work just fine. Then I add 1 sheet of seaweed, and here I put a couple of scoops of the cauliflower rice and I spread it all over the seaweed. The thing about spreading the cauliflower rice over the seaweed, it gets it moist, and you need it moist because it will help roll. And I place 1 long strip of cucumber, a couple slices of cream cheese, a couple slices of the avocado, Now with the cream cheese, you can half what you see in the video because this could be too much. I like cream cheese, so I added a little bit more. And then you just put the filling across the seaweed so you can fill it up. Now here's where you take the plastic wrap. It's going to help you roll it. So you're going to roll over the seaweed over the filling, and you're going to pinch it in tight. It's going to take a little practice, but here you just pinch it and make it into a roll, and then the plastic wrap helps to make the roll over. As you can see, it just rolls really quick, and then you can pinch it a little bit. And again, the cauliflower rice made the seaweed moist, so it should roll over and stick together just fine. Then you just slice it to sushi pieces. I suggest using a really sharp knife because although the seaweed is moist, there can be parts that are still kind of dry and then it won't cut as well. Now I'm adding coconut aminos for dipping. You can add as much as you want. This just replaces soy sauce. Soy sauce isn't a keto friendly condiment due to the nature of the ingredients. And there you have it. Keto sushi. Well, that'll do it for episode 7 of John Eats Keto Sushi Recipe episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you could share it because you enjoyed it so much, I'd appreciate that too. Once again, I want to thank you for watching another episode of John Eats Keto. And I look forward to sharing more value with you next week. All right. Bye.